Longest one I've ever seen.
Thank God you've got two turtles, Jay.
Luke chapter 1, verse 37. For with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, nothing shall be impossible. I want to give all praises and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Rakah Kodash, forgive me the spirit, to do this lesson. In this lesson I'm going into, nothing is impossible with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Okay, nothing is impossible with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. And you see the clips before, you have the lion, you know, a quick glimpse of power of the lion and the bear. All right. And there's a reason why I have those clips at the beginning to show you the power of those animals. All right. Because King David did what he did through the power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai to those animals, to a lion and a bear. OK, a big lion, a grown lion and a grown bear. OK, and let's go into that account. All right, because those animals were created to be powerful, and not one mortal human is supposed to overpower a grown lion and a grown bear. OK, even a young lion and a young bear. OK, you're not supposed to overpower them, man. All right. The Lord did that on purpose. You know, you read about in Sirach about the vengeance, the teeth of wild beasts created for vengeance. So you're not supposed to overpower that on your own. You need Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai to do such things. So let's go to 1 Samuel chapter 17, and let's start at verse 32. It says, and David said to Saul, let no man's heart fail because of him. Thy servant will go and fight with this Philistine. Right, talking about Goliath. Okay, because the Philistines were warriors. All right, and at this time, you know, Goliath was known to kill a lot of people, man, in war. All right, and the Philistines in general, but that was a top Philistine, Goliath. Okay, and the Israelites were getting a little nervous, and even Saul was getting nervous. Okay, but David had faith. Okay, he walked with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai in high level faith, where he was like, I will go fight him, man. Don't worry. I'm going to go fight him. And check out what he says. Let's start back at verse 32. It says, and David said to Saul, let no man's heart fail because of him. Thy servant will go and fight with this Philistine. And Saul said to David, thou art not able to go against this Philistine to fight with him, for thou art but a youth. Right, he was young. Okay. And Goliath was very big and full of age. Okay, and he had a lot of experience of killing in war. All right, and winning pretty much. Okay, that's why he made a name for himself. All right. So at that time, he was considered the big badass on the block. All right. It says, for thou art but a youth, and he a man of war from his youth, meaning he had experience. Okay, so Saul was nervous, like, I don't know, David. Verse 34. Check out what David said. And David said unto Saul, thy servant kept his father's sheep, and there came a lion and a bear and took a lamb out of the flock. Okay, so you had a big bear, okay, a big lion that came and took a lamb. They both took a lamb out of the flock. Verse 35. And I went out after him and smote him. Think about that, man. You got to have a lot of faith, and you have to know that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is with you. You got to believe it 1,000,000%, infinity percent. Okay, because an average mind would be like, okay, he got the lamb. All right, let him have it. Okay, we got some more lamb over here. I ain't finna risk my life. Okay, because we're talking about a lion, a grown lion, and a big ass bear. Okay, go back to the clips. Look at that power, man. Look at that power. You mean to tell me you're going to chase after a lion and a bear just to save a lamb? Why would you do that? Okay, but the Spirit was on David to do that, to show the power, okay, that you have when you walk with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Okay, let's go back to the first scripture I read, Luke chapter 1, verse 37. For with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, nothing shall be impossible. Right, okay, but with mortal man, that's impossible, man. All right, that bear is going to have a lamb dinner and a you dinner. You ain't going to make it. You going to die with that lamb. They going to eat your ass too. All right, period. All right, but with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, there is nothing impossible. That's why it's important to build your relationship with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai in this wicked, dark world, man. Okay, because a lot of strength comes from heaven. Okay, from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Special, immortal power strength. Let's go back to verse 35. It says, and I went out after him and smote him and delivered it out of his mouth. And when he arose against me, I caught him by his beard. Right. Talk about the lion. Okay. So a beard proves what? It's a grown lion. That's a big lion. It has a mane. Okay. Wasn't no small little lion. No, it was a big one, man. Okay. Because he grabbed the beard. All right. It says, I caught him by his beard and smote him and slew him. Imagine that. Okay. So imagine David, man. He's in his youth. Okay, he's in his youth right now. How is he slewing a big old lion with a mane? How? Okay, you can only do that with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Okay, so think about your life, you brothers, you sisters. Think about your life. Okay, you can move mountains. All right, so David, he moved a mountain. When Yahushua spoke about the grain, of a mustard seed, the faith of a mustard seed, King David had that, man. Think about it. He had that. Okay, so a mountain is huge, right? So when it talks about that, when Yahushua says that, okay, he's saying no matter how big it is, no matter how challenging it might look, with us, you can move it. Okay, with us, you can handle it. All right, so that's a perfect example. That's one example of moving mountains in the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Okay, want to make that point. Let's go back. It says, I caught him by his beard and smote him and slew him. Verse 36, thy servant slew both the lion and the bear. You hear that? Thy servant slew both the lion and the bear. Man, think about that. A big old bear, man. Bears ain't no joke. Okay. So for him to have the energy to kill the lion and the bear, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai has to be with you for that. Okay, I can imagine that scene, seeing that in real time. I wish I had a hologram to pull up just to watch that, man. That would be amazing to see. Amazing to witness, man. Okay. Back at verse 36, thy servant slew both the lion and the bear, and this uncircumcised Philistine shall be as one of them. And David kept that confidence. When you read the story, okay, of him slewing Goliath, he kept that confidence, man. Okay, Lord willing, I'll do a part 2. This is going to be a quick exhortation, but Lord willing, I might do a part 2 and just go through the story. But, man, he had that mega confidence, man. Okay, and we got to be like that. We got to learn. These things are written for our learning. You think this is written for us just to read? Oh, cool, and that's it, and move on with your day? No. You're supposed to understand or want to understand how David got this power. Okay? Why was Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai walking with David like this? Because David feared the Lord and he had a lot of power. Okay? He wasn't perfect. We know he wasn't perfect. You can read that. The things he did that was off in the scriptures that he got punished for. Okay? But in general, man, he was a man after the Most High's heart. Okay? He feared the Lord. He believed in the Lord. He trusted the Lord. He had faith in the Lord. So because of that, he was connected with him. They had a tight relationship. So wherever he went, David knew that the Lord was with him. Okay, so David, like, you can't mess with me because the Lord with me. It ain't me. You can't mess with me because Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai strengthens me. It ain't me, it's the Lord. Okay, so he showed that boldness and that confidence. Okay, and we got to have confidence and boldness. Why? Because we trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Very important to examine. Very important. It says, and this uncircumcised Philistine shall be as one of them, seeing he have defied the armies of the living God. Verse 37. David said, moreover, the Lord that delivered me out of the paw of the lion and out of the paw of the bear, he will deliver me out of the hand of this Philistine. And Saul said unto David, go, and the Lord be with thee. Right. Okay, so David had experience of the Lord delivering him out of situations that a mortal man could not do. Impossible. Okay, so one thing David did here is he remembered. Okay, he remembered. The Lord already showed him already. And we got to understand that, man. Okay? Are you not here? Do you not still believe? So what you worried about? The Lord has already shown you that he's with you to carry you this far. Okay, so don't forget, don't be like the Israelites in the wilderness. You know, they totally forgot that the Lord protected them during the plagues of Egypt. He protected them from Pharaoh's army that was closing in. Okay, when they walked up to the sea and they were like, what we going to do, Moses? Okay, he split the sea. All right, he protected them. When Yahushua, which it was Yahushua in that chariot that came down, by the way. Okay, and he made one side light of the Israelites to see through the split sea and the other side dark. All right, so that the Egyptians couldn't see clearly. Okay, and then they went to the wilderness. What were you going to drink? What were you going to eat? Lost faith that quick because they got uncomfortable. We have to learn from this. Don't lose faith because you get uncomfortable. Now the Lord ain't with you. No, you got to have faith no matter what, even when you are uncomfortable, even when you are in a lower state. Then the Lord will pick you up. Okay, so back to David. David knew. David learned. David had experience. Okay, and he cleaved to that experience and he trusted the Lord no matter what. Everybody was scared of Goliath. David was like, move aside. I got this guy. And he was in his youth, man. Okay, but he did tell Saul his experience. He's like, don't worry about me, man. I killed lions and bears. I got this guy. Beautiful story, man. So just a quick exhortation. I might have a part 2, but go back and watch some clips, man. It's like, whoa. And just imagine, you know, a young man trying to fight that, man, and a bear. Okay, so very, very special to meditate upon the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai that you can have with the Lord. All right, it ain't you, it's through you. The power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai through you. Okay, so with that, I want to give our praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rakah Kodash for giving me the spirit to do this lesson. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to your Akim out there that's doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.